Sweaty Cop guys, Coach Mike here, Heavy Hitters Thai Boxing. Today we're going to go over some of the fundamentals in throwing a roundhouse, throwing a rear kick. One of the things I always tell the new people is that when you're throwing a body kick, it's going to sound like you need to do 800 different things to really get it coming in properly, but the less you try, the easier and smoother it comes in. The reason we do everything we do when we throw the body kick for the technique is because this is the easiest way for your body to do it. This is what makes the most sense for your body to use the least amount of energy, but the most amount of power, the most amount of effectiveness. So I usually break it down into a few steps. The first one, we just start, good, nice stance, good Thai march here. All right. I have everybody, if you take a step forward and then you want to throw a kick, you gotta lift your leg up and muscle it across. So all we do to make that happen easier is when we step, we just open up our hip to the outside a little bit, right? One of the biggest mistakes I see people do is they step straight forward and just turn their foot in an attempt to open up their hip. Here, that doesn't open up the hip. And then when you try and throw the kick, it just moves all your power forward, so you're not getting your hip over and getting through your target. So it's just a nice small step. Don't even really think of it as a step as much as just opening up the hip, and I'm just trying to lead my kicking leg in the direction I want to go. If my opponent's here, I want my kicking leg and this hip to come all the way through and slice through, try and cut him in half. So all I do is I lead that direction with my foot. I don't open up 90 degrees, I don't step straight forward, just about 45 degrees so I can still get that turn mid-kick, okay? The other way we do to get the hip going is, I tell everybody when we're throwing punches, the hip moves the shoulder to push the punch out. When we're throwing kicks, throwing knees, the shoulder moves the hip, okay? So when we load up, bring our arm straight across here, all right? And as I step, as soon as I step, I throw my shoulder forward, and that moves my hip over, all right? That's just natural body mechanics. Those, your hip and your shoulder working together. I see a lot of people focus too much on the arm swing, throwing the arm back, all right, as opposed to throwing the shoulder forward. The shoulder forward is what really is going to get that hip over to get that leg whipping behind and generate power. If you throw with just the arm back, you open yourself up, and it also pulls you off balance after the kick lands, because then your arm's still moving, pulling you back, okay? I want to land my shoulder in front here, because that's my defense also, as well as getting my hip over, all right? And then the next thing, with the other arm comes down as this one comes across. I'm still defended because this arm's in front of my face. And then I roll this arm up to my head. That's what's gonna pull my body tall for the kick, right? Because I wanna finish up nice on the ball of my foot. I don't wanna finish flat-footed kicking, all right? So a lot of times with newer people, it sounds like a lot of information, like, oh, I gotta remember to do this, this, this. But when you just kind of go with it and let your body go where it wants to go, everything kind of falls together. Where first I load up my arm, so then when I step, I throw the shoulder forward, pull this arm up and push off this base leg, and that's what brings my leg whipping behind. I know there's a lot of varying opinions on whether you should spin around for the kick or always try and stop it. I'm a proponent when someone's very new, learning the technique, just let the momentum carry them all as far as they need to do. To learn to practice the kick when you're first learning, throw the kick, let your arm come across, hip come forward. If it pulls you all the way around, fine. As you become more proficient with the technique, that will lessen and lessen. I find that if you try and teach people from day one to throw the kick and not turn around, it tends to them shorten their kicks and they kind of bring it down here like this so they don't turn around, spin around. All right, that's a really bad habit to get into, where you're basically turning back to your opponent, and then it takes more effort to turn back this way to generate around. So I always teach new people, you need to spin all the way around, spin all the way around. Learn the body mechanics. All right, as you become more comfortable with it, you'll be able to throw that kick, the hip drops across, stop it. All right, just comes right across your body, here. You'll be able to have that control after a while. Okay, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us for more technique videos. We're going to be dropping some bag drills for anybody that has a bag at home, some simple burnout drills, technique drills you can do in the comfort of your own home. All right, so what do you got? Okay guys, so here's an add-on on, if you have a bag at home you practice on, how to really practice in that rear roundhouse kick, really build up the muscle memory. Bag work's not about just hitting the bag as hard as you can every time, just work for the sake of work. Bag work's really where you fix deficiencies, all right? Shadow boxing and bag drills, all right? Just that, the boring stuff is really what makes you better. Stand in front of a bag, kicking it 100 times a day, all right? A couple common mistakes I see people make when they're practicing on the bag is, one, people stand too far away. They'll stand all the way back here for a kick. So in order to throw the kick, they end up having to take a huge step forward, and then the kick just ends up coming in straight forward. They end up throwing it off, okay? Or even if you throw it more properly, still taking that, you don't want to get a habit of throwing a huge long step for that body kick, okay? So when we're drilling body kicks, I always already start in range, okay? So all I'm gonna do is I'm just kind of reach out. All right, if I can touch the bag, just graze the bag with my fingertips, I'm right in range here, all right? Because I want to be able to practice that nice step to the outside coming through with the kick, all right? Then I kind of go through my checklist, okay? All right, I get my arm loaded up, I take my step, throw the shoulder, push off the base leg, roll this hand up, really coming down and up for the body kick, right? Pushing off the ground. That's when you generate the power is the base leg, all right? So once I kind of go through my checklist, here, ready to go. Good solid body kick. All right, then I reset. Okay, I reset. Okay, get my range here, go through my checklist. Okay, all right. Once I kind of get more proficient at going through the checklist, then I can just reset and just kind of time the swing of the bag. Okay. When you're doing bag drills, don't rush it. I see you always trying to just get in as many reps as possible. We end up trying to. Okay. Okay. All right. If you're doing sets of 10, if you do 3 kicks properly and you do 7 improperly because you're rushing, the improper technique is what's going to take over in your muscle memory. So it's really, really important that you just drill proper form, going through your checklist, making sure every kick is perfect, right? Not 100% power, not 100% speed. Really focus on technique and form. All right? If you focus on technique and form, your kick will come in with power and speed. If you try and force either one of those, you're going to sacrifice technique, you're going to be out of position, and it's not going to be a powerful strike. All right? Come go.